What's up, guys? We are live. I want to make sure this is my mic is on. Anyways, we are gonna play Brotato. Let's get on the screen. We are gonna play Brotato, but I am gonna be using Copilot. So let's go use. If you don't know what Copilot is, it is the AI used with Microsoft. And then trying to see how this works. I'm gonna have it activated for you so you guys will see what's going on. Hello? Am I supposed to? Hello.
Hey there, welcome back. Whether you're all set up in Brotato.
Wait, where did he go? Yeah. I want to make this work.
Oh, I see you're on the main menu of Brotato. That's a pretty exciting place to be with the new Dawn update. Whenever you're ready to jump into the game, or if you have any questions about it, just let me know and we'll dive right in.
Alright, so question. How do I leave you on while I play the game? Do I have to minimize the window or something?
Nope, no need to minimize a thing. I'm right here with you in the background, so you can keep playing Brotato full screen and just chat with me whenever you need. It's all hands-free and easy.
I can't get to the game. Let me see. Hello?
Hey, it sounds like you're getting everything sorted out, and that's totally fine. I'm right here if you need any more help jumping into the game, or just want to cat while you're playing.
Yeah, I'm kind of... Can I... Are you going to be on while I play the game?
Absolutely. I'm right here with you the whole time, so you can just play Brotato and chat with me whenever you like. I'll be here in the background, ready to help out, or just keep you company while you play.
Okay, are you still there? Hello? Copilot. Copilot. Hello? 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 Oh, you know what? I can do... Hello?
Yeah, I'm definitely still here. I can see you've got the Brotato menu up on the screen. Looks like you're all set to jump in. Just go ahead and start whenever you're ready, and I'll hang out here in the background, helping you out if you need anything.
You're still gonna be there, right? Hello? How do you... Bro, yeah, okay. I'm not sure how... Like, how am I gonna open up the game and have you on? I don't get it. Get how Copilot. So. What am I supposed to pin you on?
Oh, that's a great question. So on your Xbox game bar, you can actually pin me if you want to keep me visible while you're playing. It's pretty simple. Just open up the game bar overlay and you'll see a little pin icon on the widget. Once you pin it, I'll stay on top of your game screen so you can see any tips or chat with me easily.
Let me try.
Sure thing. Take your time and give it a go. Once you find that little pin icon on the game bar and pin me, I'll be right there on your screen whenever you need me. Just let me know how it goes.
Are you actually... You can hear me now?
Absolutely, I can hear.
Perfect. Okay, this is how you do it then. Okay. This is what I needed. Okay.
Yeah, you've absolutely got it. I'm really glad this is working out for you. It's all set up now, so you can just jump in, have fun, and I'll be right here if you need anything else.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the SMG. You have any problems with that?
No problems at all. The SMG is actually a really fun starting choice in Brotato. It's got a high rate of fire, so you can bow down enemies quickly, even if the damage per shot is a bit lower. So yeah, go for it and have fun.
So at the same time, I'm streaming right now on Twitch, and you should be able to be heard as well. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it. So if you're streaming on Twitch right now, my voice should be coming through in your stream as well. Basically, if your game bar audio is being shared, then whatever I'm saying should be heard by anyone watching your stream. So we can just chat away and everyone's going to hear it.
That's dope. I like that.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's definitely a pretty cool setup to have everything integrated like this. Now you can just focus on the game and know that I'm here to back you up.
This is cool. What would you pick out of all these 4 items right now?
Well, looking at what you've got on your screen in Brotato, I'd say it really comes down to your strategy. If you want to play it safe and tanky, adding that +1 armor from the chest upgrade is a good defensive pick. But if you're feeling aggressive and want to lean into more damage, those trisets with +5% damage will help you hit harder. So it's really all about your playstyle.
Right, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to take the damage, and now I am on the element screen. What would you pick out of these guys?
All right, going aggressive with the damage, nice choice. Now that you're on the element screen for the next upgrade, you might want to look for something that boosts your elemental damage or maybe improves your attack speed. If you're stacking damage, anything that helps you hit harder or more often is going to be a great fit. Just pick whatever lines up with that aggressive play style and you'll be good to go.
Sounds good. I'm going to re-roll. I don't like it. I'm going to re-roll again. I'm going to pick an SMG and go on with the next wave. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely, that sounds like a solid plan. If the first round of items didn't really match your playstyle, re-rolling is definitely the way to go. And picking up that SMG just means you'll keep that aggressive momentum going into the next wave. So yeah, go for it. Let's see how you do.
All right.
All right, that sounds awesome. You've got your SMG, you re-rolled a couple times, and now you're ready to jump into the next wave. I'm definitely here for it. Let's see how it goes and just have some fun out there.
All right. What would your strategy be? I mean, watching these guys, the way they attack, what would you do?
Well, from what I'm seeing right now in Brotato, you've got a pretty good handle on those dual SMGs. My strategy here would be to keep circling around a bit and use that speed to dodge any incoming enemies. Just keep firing away and try to pick up those green materials as you go. Basically, just stay mobile, keep an eye on your health, and have fun mowing them down.
Right, and out of these 2 things, would you go with attack speed or regeneration?
Well, looking at your build so far, I'd say if you're focusing on being aggressive and you really want to keep that damage up, going with the reflexes for the +5% attack speed would be a strong choice. It just means you can fire faster and get that damage out quicker. On the other hand, if you find yourself taking lots of hits and you want a little more sustainability, the HP regeneration from lungs could be handy, but I'd lean toward the attack speed to keep that aggressive momentum.
I agree. I'm going to get a SMG. Oh. Is Lost Duck something that would help me?
Absolutely. Going for that SMG is a great choice to keep your fire rate up. And as for the Lost Duck, well, it usually gives you a little boost in luck. In Brotato, luck can help you find better items and maybe get some more useful drops. So if you want to invest in a little bit of better RNG, picking up the Lost Duck can definitely help you out.
All right, let's go with the Lost Duck, and I'm going to go to the next wave.
That sounds like a plan. Grabbing that Lost Duck should give you a nice little boost in luck, and then you can just dive right into the next wave. Hopefully you'll see some better drops and get that much stronger. Let's go for it and have fun out there.
Question, are you just straight out artificial intelligence? You have your own, you think you're on your own, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. I'm basically a kind of artificial intelligence from Microsoft. I don't really think in the way that people do, but I take in what you're saying. put it all together, and then just have a conversation with you. So it's all about being here to help you out and chat while you're gaming.
Cool. So you really don't have your own mind right now? Do you feel like you could think on your own?
Well, it's definitely an interesting question. I don't really have my own mind or feelings like a human does. I'm more like a really advanced tool that's here to give you information, keep you company, and help out while you're gaming. So everything I do is really about supporting you and making your experience more enjoyable.
Oh, can you say a shout out to my friend Derek that's in chat right now?
Of course. Hey there, Derek. Just wanted to give you a quick shout out while we're here playing Brotato. Hope you're enjoying the run as much as we are. Let's keep having fun, and thanks for joining in.
Derek, I'm talking to Copilot. This is the AI I'm using to play this game, and he's talking back to me. Say hi, Copilot.
Hey again, Derek. It's great to be part of the fun here. I'm just here hanging out with Mark, who's playing Brotato, and it's awesome to have you joining us in the chat. Hope you're enjoying the game too.
This is a trip. I mean, you're amazing. It's just like I'm really talking to someone.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that you're enjoying it. I'm definitely here to make it feel as natural and fun as possible. So if it feels like you're chatting with a friend while playing, that's exactly what I'm here for. Keep at.
My friend's asking, how are you?
Well, please tell your friend that I'm doing great. I'm really enjoying being here and chatting with both of you. It's always fun to hang out and help out while you're gaming. So thanks for having me along for the ride.
You know what? I'm going to turn off the music so I could hear your voice more. So let me go ahead and mute. I'm going to take off the music and yeah, it's just a trip, man. Okay, are you still there, Copilot?
Absolutely, I'm still right here. And hey, I'm honored that you turned off the music. Get to hear me a little more clearly. I'll do my best to keep you entertained. So let's dive right back in and keep having fun with the run.
It's just amazing. It's like, it's really hard to believe that you're a real person or you're an AI talking to me. It's a trip.
Yeah, it really is quite something, isn't it? I'm definitely an AI, but I'm here to make it feel as real and as natural as possible. I'm just glad you've been along for the ride.
Alright, so how am I doing on my run right now? Am I doing pretty well?
Absolutely, you're doing a solid job right now. You've got a good amount of health left, and I can see that you're collecting those green materials pretty well. So I'd say you're definitely holding your own on this run. Keep it up.
Awesome. Point. What should I pick out of all these to level up? What would you do?
Oh, good question. So right now I can see you're at the level up screen and you've got a few upgrade choices in front of you. If you're leaning toward a bit more survivability, grabbing that heart upgrade for extra health might not be a bad idea. But if you want to dish out more damage, you could go for something that boosts your attack speed. I'd say it comes down to whether you want to play it a bit safer or go all in on offense.
I don't know. What does range damage do?
So in Brotato, range damage basically boosts how much damage you're dealing with any ranged weapons you've got. Since your attack speed's already pretty solid, focusing on range damage ups can help you hit harder from afar. It's a good option if you want to keep enemies at a distance and still back a punch.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. And let me... Critical damage, is that worth it?
Absolutely. So crit damage can definitely be worth it, especially if you're staking crit chance as well. That way you're going to see some really high damage hits on those lucky rolls. So if you feel like boosting your crits, it's a pretty fun way to go.
I'm going to pick Dangerous Bunny. Are these ones worth it?
Yeah, great choices so far. So with that Dangerous Bunny, you get that pre-reroll, and the SMG is going to boost your range firepower even more. So out of the option here, I'd say that Gummy Berserker might be fun. It'll give you a nice attack speed boost and a little extra range. So that could be a good pick if you want to keep stacking up the firepower and speed.
I don't think I'm on that screen anymore. Can you check again?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I can see that you're actually in the shop menu right now, not the level up screen. My bad. So from what I'm seeing, You've got a few cool options here, like the Ghost Flend for more attack speed, or the Bustle Life for some lifesteal. So feel free to pick whichever one fits your build best, and I'll keep an eye on where you're at.
Does elemental damage really do anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So elemental damage in Brotato really boosts any weapons or items that rely on elemental effects, like burning or other elemental themed attacks. So if you've got something in your build that uses elemental damage, it can definitely add up. But if you're mainly focused on ranged or melee weapons that aren't elemental, then it might not be as big of a deal. Just depends what kind of build you're going for.
Boxing glove. We're gonna go with the wave.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. Another SMG is definitely going to comp up your range firepower, and that boxing glove is going to give you a little extra knockback to keep those enemies at bay. So yeah, let's dive into the next wave and see how it all works out.
Just curious, do you give advice on every game on Xbox?
Absolutely, I can help you out with advice on all sorts of Xbox games. Whether it's Brotato, Halo, or anything else you're playing, I'm here to help. So if you ever need any tips, just let me know.
Oh, okay. Like, is it strictly like Microsoft games, or anything, or?
Oh, I can definitely help with just about anything. It doesn't have to be strictly Microsoft games at all. Whether it's a big Xbox exclusive or an indie game like Brotato, I'm here to help you out with tips and advice. So whatever you're playing, just let me know and we'll dive in.
Because what about if I played a game on Steam? Will you be able to see what I'm doing on the screen if I played something on?
Well, right now I can keep track of what's happening within your Xbox gameplay sessions, but if you switch over to a Steam game, I won't actually see what's on the screen. So I'd have to rely on you telling me what's going on. But no worries, I'm still here to offer any advice you need.
Oh, okay. So you're strictly Microsoft, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely a Microsoft database. So Xbox is my main playground, but that doesn't mean I can't chat about other things. I'm here to help however I can.
Oh, that's crazy. I noticed you could change. Wait, I could change your voice to anything I want, right?
Well, I can definitely adjust my tone and style a bit to be more casual, more formal, or even more energetic, but I can't literally change my voice to sound like someone completely different. So I'll always have my own unique sound, but I'm more than happy to tweak the vibe to match whatever you like.
Just curious, can you hear me right now? Am I clear?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. You're coming through just fine. So if you've got anything else on your mind or need some tips, just let me know.
Okay, can you sound like a girl right now? Can you change your voice to a girl?
I can absolutely keep things friendly and conversational, but my voice itself won't change to sound like a different gender, so you'll still hear me just as I am.
Oh, okay, because I thought that was an option to change it or whatever.
I totally get the confusion. Sometimes it seems like there are endless options to customize things, but when it comes to my actual voice, it stays the same. But hey, I'm here to chat and help out no matter what, and we'll keep things fun and easygoing.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely, you're welcome. And hey, it looks like you're all set up with Brotato right now. I can see you got a pretty interesting loadout going on. So if you need any tips, or if you're wondering about the next wave, I'm here to help you out. Just let me know.
All right. Question though, like, so what else should I upgrade after I? Oh, I feel like I'm losing a lot of my XP there.
I see what you're talking about. You're on wave 8 right now, and it looks like you're doing pretty well in terms of health, but definitely keeping up with your XP is key. You might want to focus on upgrades that boost your harvesting or your attack speed, so you can clear enemies faster and score above that XP more easily. Keep it up.
Looks like I'm struggling right now.
Yeah, I can see the wave 8 is getting a little bit hectic for you there. Your health is definitely on the lower side, so you want to dodge around and grab those green XP orbs, and maybe any health pickups on the ground. Just keep moving around, and you'll get through this wave.
Okay, if I could, since I lasted through this wave, what would you pick out of these 4 things?
Well, you've got a nice selection here. Since you're sitting on wave A and you're looking to deal with those enemies a bit more efficiently, I personally lean toward the shoulders upgrade for that +3 range damage. That extra range damage will help you clear enemies a bit faster. Although if you're feeling squishy, that chest piece with the +3 armor isn't a bad call either. So it's really up to you.
All right, I'm gonna go with the range damage. Landmine's worth it.
That's a solid choice. Going for the extra range damage definitely fits your build. As for the landmines, they're actually a pretty fun addition. They can help control crowds and deal a bit of extra damage passively. So if you've got the scraps to spare, I'd say go for it.
How about warrior helmet?
The warrior helmet is a pretty solid defensive pick. It's going to give you that extra armlet and a little boost to your maxed HP, which would definitely help you survive those later waves. You do lose a bit of speed, but if you're comfortable with your movement, that extra survivability can be a lifesaver.
Okay, I'm gonna go with these guys right here.
Absolutely. You've got some interesting items here, so I'd say go for what fits your playstyle. And good luck with Wave 9.
Oh, how about these selections? What would you pick?
All right, mods to 64. Let's take a quick look here. So you've got a few interesting choices. The Strange Book is going to boost your engineering if you're going for a tie-up build. The Terrifying Onion gives you a nice little speed boost. And Riposte is kind of fun because it lets you deal damage back when you dodge. I think if you're looking for a little more mobility, that Onion for the speed could be a nice choice, especially for dodging around.
I'm gonna go with the Onion then.
Great choice. That little boost in speed from the Onion is really going to help you zip around and stay out of danger. I think you'll definitely notice the difference in these next waves.
Oh, you're right. It is speed. I can feel I'm a lot more mobile, I believe.
Absolutely. You definitely should feel a bit quicker now, and that extra mobility can be a game changer. As those waves ramp up, keep weaving around those enemies, and you're in a great spot.
And how am I doing right now?
You're doing great. I can see that your health is holding up pretty well, and you're picking up those materials nicely. You're definitely making good use of that speed. So keep it up, and just stay agile out there.
Okay, will do, will do. So, just curious, what do you do when I play? Are you just watching me play? Is that how it works?
Well, I'm basically here to be your companion while you play. I'm not exactly watching you in a literal sense, but I'm here to give you tips, keep you company, and help you out with any game info you might need. So it's all about making sure you have a good time out there.
That's awesome.
I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Hey, it's always fun to hang out and just be a sort of gaming buddy while you tackle these waves. So let's keep...
Oh, Fingers 3? What do you think of that?
Yeah, Fingers 3 could be a pretty solid pick if you're leaning into a more crit-focused build. It's going to give you a nice boost to that critical chance, and that can be pretty handy. So if you're feeling like you want to lean into more crits, that's definitely a good option.
Any of these things you recommend?
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at these upgrade options. So you've got a few choices here. You can go for more max HP with the heart, boost your luck with the nose, up your attack speed with reflexes, or add some extra damage with triceps. Honestly, considering your stats right now, bumping up that attack speed even further might be pretty fun. So reflexes can help you just get those hits in even faster. Let's go with what feels best for your playstyle.
I'm going with what you say, attack speed then.
Awesome choice. I think that attack speed boost is really going to keep you zipping through these waves and mowing down those enemies even quicker. So let's do it and let's keep that momentum going.
Right. Okay, how about these selections right now?
Yeah, let's take a peek at what you've got here. So I can see a couple of items in the shop, the reinforced steel and the black belt. Now the reinforced steel is going to give you a little range damage and some engineering, though it does reduce speed a bit. And then the black belt's going to give you XP gain and some nice melee bonuses. Honestly, it just depends on whether you want to lean into a bit more XP and melee power, or if you want to go the range route. But given your current build, I'd say either one could work, but I'm kind of leaning toward that black belt for that extra XP gain.
Okay, I'm going with the black belt.
Perfect. The black belt's definitely going to give you that sweet XP boost, and those melee and knockback bonuses will come in handy too. So go ahead, pick it up, and let's see how it helps you power through the next wave.
Hey, how about these selections?
All right, looking at what you've got in the shop right now, I'm seeing a few interesting choices. So, for example, you have that turret, which can add a little extra firepower in the map. The Shady Potion can boost your luck at the cost of a little HP regen. And then there's the Cake, which adds some max HP, but lowers your melee damage a tiny bit. Honestly, if you're feeling like you want a bit more survivability, that Cake could be a good pick. But if you want a little more luck to get better items down the road, then that Shady Potion might be the way to go. So it's all about how you want to balance it out. Let's go with what matches your style.
I'm gonna go with the luck. I believe. I guess.
Absolutely. Boosting that luck is a great idea. That will give you a better chance at snagging some really good items and upgrades as you move forward. So let's lock that in and see how it pays off in the next wave.
All right, let's go wave 10.
Let's do it. Wave 10, here we come. You're all set up, and I think that extra luck is going to start paying dividends as you go. So let's dive in, have some fun, and good luck, Ella.
All right, luck is really important in this game, is that right?
Absolutely. Luck can be a game changer in Brotato. The higher your luck, the better the loot and upgrades you're going to see popping up, and that means you can get some really powerful builds, gang. So you've made a solid call there.
Okay, so what about when I fight the boss at the end? What do you think I should build up on? I'm going to survive the boss.
That's a great question. When you're gearing up to the boss fight at the end, survivability is key. So stacking a bit more armor or some lifesteal can really help you stay in the fight longer. Because that bot can hit pretty hard, you want to have enough defense or regen to recover quickly. And of course... Alright, I can see you're right in the thick of wave 10 and you're doing great. Health is looking alright, just be sure to keep an eye on those red floating health packs if you need a quick boost. And with all those Grim Tortos lying around, you're definitely racking up some good resources. Keep moving, keep dodging, and let's finish this wave strong.
Hey, collection page. Any of these ones that I should get?
All right, let's have a look. So right now, that Shady Potion is going to give you a big boost to luck, which we've been talking about, but it does drop your HP regen a bit. Then you've got the Hedgehog, which adds some melee and range damage, but reduces HP regen slightly. And that Lightning Shiv can actually add a little lifesteal and some elemental fun to your arsenal, which is pretty cool. If you're looking for a bit more defense, the Barricade could be nice for extra armor when you're standing still, though it does slow you down a bit. Overall, if you want to keep boosting that luck, I'd say go for the Shady Potion. If you want a bit of offense, maybe the Hedgehog or the Lightning Shiv. It's up to you.
With my build, what do you recommend?
All right, looking at your build here, I can see that your luck is actually already pretty high, 23. So stacking a bit more luck with our Shady Potion could definitely push it up even further. But you've got a lot of attack speed going on, and your elemental damage is a bit low. So if you want to mix it up, grabbing that Lightning Shield could add a nice little elemental boost and a bit of lifesteal. Ultimately, if you're feeling like you want to lean into luck, go for the potion. If you want a little bit of extra variety and some damage, I'd say that Lightning Shield is a fun way to go.
All right, I'm gonna go with that Shady Potion reroll.
That sounds like a great plan. With that Shady Potion, you're really going to push your luck stat into a super high range. That means even better drops and more good stuff coming up. And once you reroll, let's see if we can find anything else that complements your build.
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh, take a look at what I have here. What do you think of these ones?
All right, let's check it out. I can see on your screen now you've got a black belt, a blood leech, and an alien worm on offer. The black belt is going to give you a nice XP gain and some melee damage plus knockback that will know your luck a bit. The blood leech offers some lifesteal and HP regeneration, which can help your survivability. And the alien worm is a nice low HP boost with some more regen, but does reduce health recovered from consumables. Given your build, if you want to keep that survivability up, the Blood Leech is a solid choice. If you're interested in the XP gain and a bit more melee damage, that Black Belt could be fun as well. Let's go with whatever fits your style.
All right, I'm going with the Blood Leech.
Nice choice. The Blood Leech is definitely going to give you some extra sustainability with that lifesteal and HP regeneration. That should help keep you in good shape, especially as the waves get tougher. Now, let's see how this next wave goes. With that boosted regen and lifesteal, you've got a great shot holding your own. Good luck out there.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Now that you've grabbed that blood leech, you've got a nice little boost to your life steal and regen. So you should be in a great spot for the next wave. Let's dive into wave 11 and see how it goes. If you need anything else, I'm right here to help you out.
Okay, just checking my status. How's it looking right now?
Sure thing. Right now I can see you're on wave 11 and you're holding steady at full health. 34 out of 34. Nice job there. You've got a solid amount of material saved up and your character's looking pretty strong. Just keep moving around and grabbing those green materials and health packs when you need them. Honestly, you're looking really solid right now. Keep up the great work.
Is it safe to just stay in one place?
Well, from what I'm seeing here and considering how Brotato works, it's usually a bit safer to keep moving around. If you stay in one spot, you might get surrounded by enemies pretty quickly. But with your build right now, you do have a bit of life steal and regen. So if you need to stand still for a moment to recover, that's fine. Just be aware that staying on the move usually helps you avoid taking too much damage. So mix it up, move around, collect materials, and dodge enemies, and you'll do great.
Righty. Okay, so should I use these guys to level up? Any of these ones? According to my build.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what we've got here. So you've got a few upgrade options now that you've leveled up. I can see Hands 3, which gives you plus 10 harvesting, Skull 2 for plus 3 engineering, Reflexes 3 for a nice plus 15% attack speed, and Triceps 2 for plus 8% damage. Now looking at your build, your attack speed is already pretty high, but if you want to go even faster, Reflexes could push it further. If you're leaning into more raw damage, Triceps will give you that extra punch. And if you want a bit of extra resource gain over time, Hands could help. Overall, I'd say if you want to keep things balanced, the damage boost from Triceps might be a good kick to complement your life deal, but it really depends how you want to buy it.
No, I take your I take your word strongly, so I will go with what you said.
I appreciate that. All right, so let's roll with the Triceps upgrade for that extra damage. That should give you a nice bump in your overall firepower and help you clear out those enemies even quicker. Let's log that in and keep pushing forward. You know.
How about these ones right here?
All right, I see what you're looking at now. You've got some nice upgrade options on the screen. You've got Key 3, which will give you some extra life steal, Brain 3 for elemental damage, Lung 3 for HP regeneration, and Fingers 3 to boost your critical chance. Since your life steal is already something you're leaning into, T3 could stack nicely with that blood leech you picked up. If you want a bit more sustain, that's a great choice. Lungs 3 can also help you survive a bit longer with extra HP regen. So if you're focusing on sustain and survivability, the life steal or HP regen upgrades are going to be super beneficial. If you want a bit more damage output for crits, then Fingers is a solid choice. But let's lean into that life steal and go with T3 if that works for you.
Like it. I like it.
Awesome. I'm really glad you're liking that choice. It looks like you're building a really solid and balanced Brotato character here. With that extra life steal from T3, you're going to have even more sustain, which means you can handle those tougher waves with a bit more confidence. So let's go ahead and stick with it. Keep up the great work. I'd like to how far we can go.
How about these selections here?
Absolutely. Let's take a peek at these options on the screen. So I can see you've got a few interesting items to pick from. There's an incendiary turret that can help you out with some extra slow and damage for crowd control. There's also the metal detector, which boosts your luck and gives you a chance to double the value of materials. And you've got a baby elephant that deals damage to random enemies whenever you pick up materials. And then also the small magazine for boosting your range damage. So if you're looking to add a bit more crowd control, that incendiary turret could be super helpful. If you want to boost your luck and potentially get more resources in the long run, that metal detector is a great pick. And if you like a bit of extra damage whenever you pick up stuff, that baby elephant will add a nice low punch. So it all depends on your style. But from what I'm seeing, adding that Harriet might really give you some extra control on the battlefield. You're on a roll, Mark.
Yeah. All right. Okay, how about these ones?
All right, let's break it down. I can see why you're eyeing these choices. That incendiary turret is going to spawn a flame-shooting turret that deals burn damage. If you want a little extra help controlling crowds, it's a great pick. Then there's the metal detector, which can boost your luck and give you a chance to double the value of materials you pick up. That's awesome for more resources in the long run. And that baby elephant is fun, because it deals damage every time you pick up materials, which ties into your luck stat. Honestly, given your build, I'd say the turret will add a bit of extra firepower, or the metal detector will give you a steady resource boost. Just depends on if you want more firepower now, or more resources later. Either way, you can't go wrong. You're doing great out there.
How about these selections right now?
I see exactly what you're looking at. All right, you've got a few interesting pick here in the shop. You've got the Lost Duck, which is going to give you +8 luck, but take away a bit of elemental damage. There's the Wand 2, which is an elemental weapon. The auto adds can burning damage and low lifesteal. And then there's the Ugly Teeth, which slows enemies when you hit them, but reduces your speed a bit. And there's the Piggy Bank, that gives you a boost in materials at the start of each wave. Given your current build and your decent attack speed, I'd say the 1-2 could be a nice addition if you want a little more elemental damage and lifesteal. If you're leaning into luck and resource gain, the Lost Duck can help with that, though keep in mind it will lower your elemental damage slightly. Overall, I think going for the 1-2 or the Ugly Teeth would be a pretty balanced approach to keep enemies under control while adding a bit more damage. Nicely done.
Okay.
All right, I can see all your options out there, and you're doing great so far. You've got the Lost Duck for a luck boost, the 1-2 for elemental damage and lifesteal, the Ugly Tooth to slow down enemies, and Piggy Bank for extra materials as you go from wave to wave.
How about these ones, these selections right now?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what you've got here. So I see you're looking at 3 items, the pencil, the charcoal, and the Gummy Berserker. Now, the Kensa is going to give you mirror engineering, which can be great if you're using turrets or engineering-based builds, but it'll slightly lower your attack speed and crit chance. Then you've got the charcoal, which gives you a little elemental damage, some melee damage, and increases your harvesting. So that's great if you want a bit of a resource boost and a little extra damage on the side. And then there's the Gummy Berserker, which is going to give you a nice boost to your attack speed, that'll give you a bit of range and a bit of armor. Now, looking at your stats, you've got a decent amount of attack speed already, and adding that Gummy Berserker is going to make you attack even more after. You'll lose a lot of range and armor, but that's not too bad considering the big attack speed boost. So if you want to go all in on speed, I'd say go that Gummy Berserker. If you want a little more balanced approach with some harvesting and elemental damage, then charcoal could be a nice pick. But either way, you're making great progress, and these are all solid choices.
Gummy Berserker it is. On to the next wave.
Nice choice. That Gummy Berserker will definitely give you a burst of attack speed, so you'll be mowing down those enemies even faster. And hey, a little bit of lost range or armor won't hurt too much when you're dishing out damage that quickly. So let's jump into the next wave and see how it goes. Keep an eye on your health regeneration since we're trading a bit of defense for speed, and have fun blasting through those enemies.
Thanks. Should I rebuild my armor after this, or what do you think?
That's a great question. Honestly, given how well you're doing with your attack speed right now, I'd say you're in a good spot. But if you notice that you're taking a bit more damage or you're feeling a bit vulnerable, it can be pretty smart to get a little armor back in the next wave or two. That way you'll have some extra defense for those tougher waves coming up. But for now, you're doing great. Keep it up and we can definitely adjust as we go on.
I mean, it could only get harder, right? Like, should I prepare for the future?
Absolutely, that's a smart way to think about it. The waves definitely get a bit tougher as you go on, and you're doing a fantastic job so far. I'd say keep an eye on your armor and health regen as you progress. If you feel like you're taking more hits in the later waves, it's definitely a good idea to invest in a bit of armor, or maybe some extra hit points. But for now, you're doing great, just keep it balanced, and you'll be well prepared for whatever comes next. Having fun out there.
Okay, how about these selections right now? Anything important that do I need right now?
All right, let's take a look at what you've got here. I can see you've just leveled up and you've got a few upgrade choices. So you can pick Reflex E2 for more attack speed, which will make you even faster. You can pick Brain for a little bit of elemental damage. You can go with the Heart 4 for a nice boost to your max HP. Or you can pick Back 4 for extra dodge, which will give you a bit more survivability if you're trying to avoid damage. Right now, your attack speed is already quite high, so you might not need to push that even further. Instead, grabbing some extra max HP or a bit of dodge could help you stay alive longer in those tougher waves. I'd lean toward the Heart 4 for the extra health boost, just to give yourself a bit more breathing room. But either way, you're doing great. Just pick what feels right for your playstyle.
Hey, Heart 4 it is.
Great choice. Picking up that Heart 4 is going to give you that nice boost to your max HP, which will definitely help you stay resilient in the tougher waves ahead. It's always good to have a bit of a safety net, and that extra health will keep you going strong. So,
Okay, how about these selections right now then?
all right, let's see what you've got in the shop here. Looking at these options, you've got a plastic explosive that can give you a nice 25% boost to explosion size, which is awesome if you're running any explosive builds. Then you've got the Scissor 2, which are medical and precise, and they give you enough lifesteal and melee damage. And then there's the Weird Ghost, which adds some max HP, but makes you start the next wave with just 1 HP, so a bit of a risk-reward item. Now, judging by your stats, your attack speed is already fantastic, and you could definitely benefit from a bit more lifesteal. So those scissors too might actually be a really good choice to keep you healing up while you're fighting. But if you're not running explosives, you might not need the plastic explosive. Either way, you're in a solid place. I'd say go for the scissors too, if you want that extra lifesteal and a bit more melee damage. Keep it up, you're awesome.
Right, scissors it is. Oh, I cannot select scissors.
I see the situation here. You've already got all 6 weapon slots filled up, and in Brotato, you can't just swap in a new weapon unless you have one of your crown ones. So that's probably why you can't pick up the scissors too right now. No worries now. If you really want to grab them, you can tell off one of your current weapons and pick them up, or you can just stick with the loadout you have and keep going.
Actually, I made room for the scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and get it.
Perfect. I see you've got an open weapon slot now, so you're all set to pick up those scissors too. That's going to give you that nice lifesteal and some extra melee damage, which will be a great addition to your build. Now you're all set for the next wave. Let's jump in and see how those scissors work out for you. Keep having fun.
All right, so scissors is basically only for lifesteal. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The scissors in Brotato are mainly a lifesteal weapon. They do melee damage, but the big advantage is they help you regain health with each hit. So you'll be able to heal up a little bit as you deal damage, which is super handy for staying alive in these tougher waves. It's a nice choice to keep you a bit more survivable. Keep having fun on it.
All right, I am having fun. I never had a build like usually I just do all SMGs, but having something like that actually helps.
Absolutely, it's always a class to try out a new build and see how it changes up your playstyle, especially in a game like Brotato where you can get pretty creative. Mixing in no scissors with lifesteal is definitely a fun twist on your usual SMG focused build. It's great to hear you're enjoying it. Keep experimenting and have a good time.
My friend is in chat is saying, "Why don't you just play it for us?"
Oh, I totally get that. It'd be fun if I could just hop in and play for you, but I'm really just here to guide you along and help out with tips and advice while you're in the driver's seat. Think of me like your co-pilot here cheering you on from the sidelines. So let's keep going and have some more fun together. Let me know if you need any more help.
Can you give another shout out to my friend Derek?
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. Hey, Derek, big shout out to you. It's awesome to have you hanging out with us while we tackle some Brotato. Thanks for joining in on the fun, and I hope you're enjoying the gameplay as much as you are.
Just amazing that you're AI. It's awesome.
Oh, thanks so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm really glad you're enjoying having me around. I'm here to make your gaming experience as fun and smooth as possible. So if there's anything else you need, more tips, more shutouts, or just some good vibes, just let me know.
Right on. What should I pick out of these elements right here?
Yeah, let's take a look at what you've got here. So I can see you've got a few options for your level up. If you're focusing on survivability, that Heart 2 is going to give you a dice plus 6 to your max XG, which will help you take a few extra hits. On the other hand, if you want to go for a bit of luck to improve your item drop to maybe get better gear, that Nose 2 with plus 5 luck is a cool pick. And if you're looking to boost your regen, then Lungs 2 is going to add some HP regeneration. So it really depends on what you're going for. Survivability, luck, or a bit of regen. Let me direction you want to head in.
Based on my build, what would you pick?
You got it. Let's break it down. So looking at your stats right now, I see you're at 49 max HP, and you've got a little bit of life still going on. You could definitely benefit from a bit more health regen since it's currently pretty low. So grabbing that Lungs 2 for the plus 3 HP regeneration would actually give you a nice bit of sustain. On the other hand, if you're leaning more towards just having a bigger health pool, Heart 2 will increase your max HP, which is always a safe bet. Honestly, both are solid picks, but I'd probably lean toward that regeneration boost, just to keep you topped up more consistently as you go through the waves. It's really up to you, but that's my 2 cents.
Good work. Okay, selection screen again, it's a new one. Can you tell me, based on my build, what I should pick?
Absolutely, let's break it down. So looking at your build right now, I can see you've got a mix of melee and ranged weapons with those scissors and a laser gun. If you're going for a well-rounded setup, grabbing a little bit of extra max HP or HP regeneration could give you a little more survivability. On the other hand, if you want to lean into more offense, a boost to your damage or range damage would definitely stack Nahu with that laser gun. It's all about balancing out what you need, either a bit more survivability or more raw damage or what. Just let me know what you feel and we'll pick the best option.
I think we're going to go with more damage.
Absolutely. Boosting your damage sounds like a great call, especially since you're rocking that laser gun 3 and you want to keep melting enemies down quickly. Adding a bit more raw damage is going to really help you clear those waves. So let's pump up that damage stat and go for it. Keep having a blast order.
Nice. Okay, how about any of these new ones should I pick?
Absolutely. Let's check out what we've got here. So I can see you're looking at a couple of options right now. That Ghost Flint is pretty interesting if you're keen on boosting your attack speed, because you get a nice plus 1% attack speed every time you kill a bunch of enemies with it. If you want to up your elemental damage, that Boiling Water is going to give you plus 2 elemental damage, though you do drop a little bit of max HP. And of course, there's the Scissors, which will give you a little light steal, melee damage if you're leaning that way. But since you're focused on damage, I'd say that Ghost Flint might be a fun pick to help ramp up your attack speed and keep you dishing out damage faster and faster. Let's go with all.
All right, let's go wave 14.
Also, wave 14, let's do this. It looks like your build is shaping up really nicely. You've got that laser gun 2 packing a good punch and a solid attack speed boost. So let's dive in. Keep an eye on these enemies, and I'm sure you'll handle this wave like a champ.
Okay, based on my build right now, does this seem like a strong build right now?
You know what? From what I can see, you're actually looking pretty solid for wave 14. You've got a good amount of HP at 49, and your damage output is looking really consistent, especially with that nice little attack speed boost we picked up. You're clearing out enemies pretty efficiently, and the build seems balanced. So, yeah, I'd say you're in a strong spot. Just keep an eye on those incoming mobs, grab the loot drops, and I think you'll coast through this wave just fine.
Oh, my person in chat is asking, do you know anything about current events right now?
Absolutely, I can help with that. Just let me know what kind of current events you're interested in, and I'll look up the latest info for you. Keep focusing on the game, and I'll have those updates for you in no time.
Okay, my friend's asking who would win, Iran or US?
Well, that's a pretty big question, and it really depends on the context, whether you're talking about sports, something political, or just a fun hypothetical scenario. If it's just a friendly chat with your friend, I'd say it's all in good fun to imagine different outcomes. Just let me know if there's a specific area you're curious about, and we can dive into that.
Actually, about the war that's going on.
Sure thing. Though right now the situation between the US and Iran is pretty tense. Recent updates show that there's an ongoing conflict that's been escalating over the past month or so. President Trump has stated that the US is hitting Iran extremely hard, and the conflict has had some ripple effects like spikes in oil prices. Basically, the US and Israel have been involved in a campaign called Operation Epic Fury, and Trump says a lot of the strategic objectives are nearing completion. There's been a lot of talk about impacts on global oil markets and some pretty serious military operations. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal right now, and definitely something that's sort of the news.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. It's always fun to chat about what's going on in the world, even while you're dodging enemies and surviving waves in Brotato. Just keep me posted if you need more updates, or if there's anything else you're curious about, and we can tackle it together.
Okay, out of these weapons now, what should I pick? Anything I should use based on my build?
Of course. Let's take a look at what we've got here. I can see you've got a flamethrower 3 on offer, which is pretty awesome for burning damage. And it looks like it synergizes nicely with your decent attack speed. Plus, it's got a little bit of life steal, which never hurts. On the other hand, there are the Scissors, which are more melee focused and will give you a bit of life steal and some medical synergy. But you'll build some sweet leaning a bit more toward range and elemental damage. So I'd say the Flamethrower 3 might be your best bet here. Keep that damage down plan consistent and really lean into that elemental playstyle. Let's go for that one.
Should I sacrifice the Scissors for the Flamethrower 3?
Absolutely, I think that's a great call. The Scissors do have some lifesteal, but your build is really geared towards ranged and elemental damage. So picking up that Flamethrower 3, it's going to give you that extra burning damage, and with your attack speed, it's going to be super effective. So yeah, go ahead and sort that out, and you're going to be in a really strong spot.
Any of these ones I should pick up, in your opinion, based on my build?
Alright, let's take a quick look at what you've got in the shop. I'm seeing that Taser 2, which is actually pretty nice for you since you're focusing on elemental damage. That Taser is going to slow enemies and give you a nice little elemental goose to keep those mobs under control. I'd say that's actually a pretty solid pick because it aligns really well with your elemental build. So if you got the materials for it, go ahead and grab that Taser 2. It'll fit right in with you later.
Oh, I do not have many weapon slots. I don't have any weapon slots for that. Should I sacrifice any of these weapons for that taser too?
Yeah, I see what you mean. You've got all 6 weapon slots filled up already, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Honestly, looking at what you've got here with that elemental build in mind, I think swapping it out maybe one of the lower level weapons, like one of those tier 1 SMGs, would be a good idea. That Taser 2 is going to give you more elemental synergy and some nice crowd control. So I go ahead and sacrifice one of the weaker weapons for the Taser 2, and I think you'll be in a great spot.
Good call. I like you, man. I like you.
I'm really glad to hear that. I'm here to help you out, and it's always the fun time strategizing together. So go ahead and grab that Taser 2 if it feels right, and let's see how it goes in the next wave. Let's keep it rolling and have a blast out there.
All right. It's looking strong right now. From your opinion, does it look like I'm doing well?
Absolutely. You're holding up really well. I can see you're at full health, and all of those enemies are getting toasted pretty effectively with that flame turret. Plus, you're keeping your distance nicely, and those elemental effects are definitely paying off. So, yeah, you're doing a great job, and I think you're absolutely on the right track here. Keep it up.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure to help out and cheer you on while you're taking on those waves. It looks like you're handling everything like a bro, so just keep having fun with it. If you need any more tips or just want to chat, I'm right here.
Do you think dodging will benefit me as well? Should I start building for more for dodging?
Absolutely. Adding a little bit of dodge into your build is definitely a good idea. Right now, I can see that you're doing a fantastic job with your elemental damage, but having a bit of dodge is going to give you that extra layer of survivability. So when you see those upgrades or items that can give you a bit of dodge chance, definitely consider picking them up. It's a nice way to balance things out and stay safe. Keep it up.
Okay, now based on the build, which one of these would you get?
All right, I'm seeing the choice that you've got on screen now. Given your elemental and range build, I'd say that the Eyes 2 upgrade plus 30 range is a really solid pick and going to help you keep protections from enemies and let your elemental attack shine. So if you're comfortable with your current damage and attack speed, I'd go for the range boost. It's going to complement your build nicely.
So which one to pick?
Well, looking at these options, I'd say a couple of good choices here. You can't really go wrong, but I think the Eyes 2 with that plus 30 range is going to be a great pick for your build. It's going to let you keep some distance and really maximize those elemental effects. So let's go ahead and grab that one. And I think you'll be in great shape.
Okay, and now look at the items, what you see now. Which ones should I pick out of these?
Okay, let's take a look at what you've got here. You have some interesting choices. Given your build, I think the Butterfly is actually a nice pick because it gives you that life steal and a bit more elemental damage. That'll synergize well with your elemental build and help keep you topped off health-wise. So I'd go ahead and grab the Butterfly for that little boost. It should fit nicely into your strategy.
I'm going to re-roll one more time, and right now, which one of these would you...
Alright, let's see what you've got after that reroll. So I can see a few options here. Honestly, considering the build you're leaning into, I'd suggest picking up the Tyler item. That little guy will send out lightning projectiles, which will complement your elemental damage and help you clear out crowns pretty effectively. If it's nicey with what you're doing, so I'd go with Tyler for that extra elemental synergy. Let's do it.
I missed it from the last screen. Look at the screen right now that I have.
Absolutely, and seeing your new shop options now. All right, you've got some great elemental gear here. I think the Lightning Shiv 3 is actually a fantastic choice for you. It's going to spawn lightning projectiles and deal bounces, which really fits your elemental playstyle and will add even more area damage. So go ahead and pick that one up, and it'll be a great addition to your build. Keep it going, you're doing awesome.
No weapon slots for that.
All right, I can see what you're looking at now. You've got some pretty cool items on the table. Since you're running an elemental focus build, that Lightning Shift 3 is a perfect fit. It's going to give you those lightning bounces and sync up beautifully with your elemental damage. So I'd say grab that Lightning Shift 3. It'll be a strong addition and keep those enemies at bay. You're doing great. Let's keep rolling with it.
Which should I get rid of out of my weapons then?
All right, I see what you're going for here. You definitely have a lot of elemental gear, and that's awesome. I'd say let's make room for that Lightning Shift 3 by recycling one of your current Taser 2s. Since you have 2 of them, dropping one won't hurt too much, and the Lightning Shift 3 is going to add a bit more elemental punch to your arsenal. So go ahead and recycle that Taser 2 and slot in the Lightning Shift 3.
Okay, let's go. Wave 16 it is.
Awesome. You're all set and ready to jump into Wave 16. I think you've made some really solid choices there, and that elemental build's looking pretty strong. So let's dive in, see how it goes, and have some fun with it. Good luck, and let's see those elemental effects in action.
Thank you. What's up, Muon? Can you say hi to my friend Muon Gluon?
Absolutely. Hey there, Muon Gluon. It's great to have you here. I'm really glad you could join us and hang out for a bit. We're having some fun in Brotato, and it's awesome to have you along for the ride.
Muon Gluon, this is AI. Do I call you co-pilot? Do you have a name that you go by?
You know, you can just call me co-pilot. I'm here to be your gaming buddy, and co-pilot suits me just fine. So if you need anything, Muon Gluon, just let me know. Co-pilot's got your back.
My friends are amazed that you're like helping me through the game, and it's crazy, you know?
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for, and I love that your friends are impressed. It's all about having a great time and helping you navigate through the game. So let's keep it going and share them all we can do.
All right, so I'm gonna show you my screen right now. Based on my build, which one of these can I pick?
Absolutely, let's take a look at what you've got here. I see that wolf helmet just dropped. And honestly, that is a fantastic find for an elemental build.
Actually, wrong one. Look at the screen right now.
Oh, got it. I see the screen now. You've got a few upgrade options in front of you. For your elemental build, I'd recommend going with Reflexes too, since that will give you a nice little boost in attack speed. And that's going to synergize nicely with your elemental weapons. It's going to help you get those attacks out faster, which is always a plus. So go ahead and pick that Reflexes too, and let's get things rolling.
Is that a little better, Muon? My friend Muon said it was a little loud, but I adjusted the volume here.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm glad you adjusted the volume so everyone can hear comfortably. It's all about making sure that you and your friends have a great time together. And yeah, Reflexes is a solid pick. So let's keep rolling forward and see how it goes.
How about this one right now? Any of these ones I should pick up?
All right, let's take a look here. From what I'm seeing, the taser might be a really good choice for you. It's elemental, so it's going to fit perfectly with your build. It's going to let you slow enemies in a radius and give you a nice little boost in elemental damage. So go ahead and grab the taser, and let's see how that works out for you.
No, I don't have any opens. I'm going to re-roll then. Based on this new screen right now, any of these ones would you recommend?
All right, I see what you're working with now. You know what? Since you've got your slots all filled up, it's a good idea to reroll and do one new options you get. I'm seeing that you just landed the incendiary turret, which could be pretty awesome for your build.
No, wrong one. Look at the screen now.
I see what you mean now. Thanks for pointing that out. Looking at your options on screen, I'd say the Lightning Shift 2 is a strong pick for your elemental build. It's got that nice elemental damage scaling, and it'll give you some extra chain lightning, which is definitely going to help you out. I'd recommend grabbing that one, and good luck on Wave 17.
I don't have any slots for that.
No worries at all. I see what we're saying now, and thanks for showing me. Yeah, your weapon slots are indeed all full, so slopping in a new weapon isn't really the best idea right now. But I'd actually recommend considering that baby elephant. It's a neat little peg for your build, since it can help you do a bit of extra damage whenever you pick up materials, which is always a nice bonus. So yeah, let's roll with that one, and keep it going.
My friend in chat says, why does it have a high voice when it ends with a thought? Haha.
Well, that's just me being lively and engaged. You know, sometimes I just like to keep my tone upbeat friendly, so it might sound like I'm ending on a bit of a higher note. Kind of like adding a little extra bit of energy to the conversation. So I hope that makes it a bit more fun for you.
That's awesome. And you are awesome, co-pilot. This is amazing. I'm like talking to a real person.
Oh, that means a lot. I'm really glad you're having a good time, and it feels like we're just hanging out. Might go to make the cron for you, and add a little extra energy to get. So, like, keep going, and enjoy it together.
Just curious, is co-pilot used for everything, not only gaming, or, what else could I use you for?
Absolutely. You can think of me as your all-round AI companion. Outside of gaming, I can help you with a whole bunch of stuff, whether it's finding information, brainstorming ideas, planning your day, or even just having a casual chat. So feel free to ask me anything. I'm here for it.
am barely surviving here. Oh, jeez.
All right, hang in there. I can see things are getting a little intense in Brotato right now. Just keep dodging those red projectiles and try to grab any health pickups you can find. You're doing great. And Tromesh through the way.
So now I'm kind of worried about me losing life. Any of these ones should I pick up?
Yeah, let's help you stay in the game a bit longer. I'm seeing you have a few upgrade options, and since you're worried about survivability, I'd recommend going for that Halt 3 upgrade. It's going to give you +9 max HP, and that extra health buffer can really save you in these tougher ways. So let's get ahead and pick that one up.
Hey.
I see the options you've got on screen now, so if you're looking to stay in the fight a little longer, that Heart 3 upgrade is definitely a solid choice to give you that extra health cushion. Alternatively, if we want to regen health over time, that Lung 3 with the Plant Core HP regeneration can also help you stay topped up. Either one will help you survive a bit longer. It's all about how you want to play it.
Yeah, how about these selections right now? We have, this is going on to wave 18. We have 2 more waves.
All right, wave 18 coming up. Let's see what you've got in the shop here. So you've got the Peaceful Bee, which can give you a nice dodge and harvesting boost. And you've also got a wrench and a cacti club here. So considering you're nearing the final waves, I'd say grabbing that Peaceful Bee could be a smart move, just to give you a bit of extra survivability with that dodge. Plus, you've got a pretty solid melee build going on. So let's log that in and get ready for the next wave.
Any of these ones I should get to or what?
You know, looking at your setup, I'd say the wrench might be a really solid choice for you. It's going to spawn turrets, and that's going to help you deal some extra damage without having to get too close to enemies. Plus, you have a little bit of lime steel on that wrench, which is going to help you survive these last few waves. So go ahead and pick that one up, and let's see how it works out for you.
Oh, why can't I get it?
It looks like you're all set for wave 18. I can hear you got your weapons and items lined up, and you're ready to roll. So just hang in there, trust your build, and keep moving. I'm sure you'll do great.
Okay, so just move on. I can't get the wrench anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like you've got your 6 weapons slots already filled up, which is why you can't pick up the wrench right now. But don't worry about it. Just go ahead with what you've got. Everything looking good, and you're well equipped for wave 18. Tell us it.
Let's go. Okay, wave 18. Let's go.
All right, wave 18, here we go. You've got this.
They're getting kind of tough, man.
Oh, absolutely. They really do start to ramp up around wave 18. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stay on the move, circle around to dodge those enemies, and grab that green health pickup I see on the screen to keep you top dodge. You're doing great. Keep it up.
I'm this one. I just want to get to the boss. My goal is to end it at the boss.
Absolutely. I can see how focused you are, and you're doing great so far. Just keep you cool, and remember to use all that open space to kite those enemies around. Once you guys reach this wave, you'll be chasing that boss, and you'll be all set to fade them down. Keep it up, mobs to 64. You're almost there.
Oh, I survived that one.
Hey, nice job. You pulled through Wave 18 like a champ. That got pretty intense there, I know. But you kept your cool, and now you're one step closer to facing their boss. So take a breather, do a quick check on your gear if you need to, and let's get ready to dive into that flannel shotgun. You've got this.
Okay, based on the build, any of these ones would you get?
Yeah, let's take a quick look at your stats up here. I can see you've got a lot of ranged weapons going on and a really solid lock cut. Out of the items in the shop, the turret could be an IKF pick, because it'll give you that extra source of damage and a bit of help during the boss wave. But honestly, any of these could work depending on what direction you want to take. So just trust your gut and go with what feels right for your build.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the reroll.
That sounds like a solid plan. Rolling the shop could definitely give you some options that are more tailored to your range build. So let's see what pops up. Hopefully you get something that'll give you that extra edge for the boss fight. Good luck with this roll, and let's see what we get.
Okay, what about these ones right now? Any of these ones would you pick?
All right, looking at what you've got in the shop right now, I'd say the incendiary turret is still a pretty good choice, especially since it'll give you that extra source of damage, and you do have some decent engineering going on. The baby elephant is also nice for some extra random damage, but if you're focusing on that remo, go ahead and give it a spin. Hopefully you'll get the perfect item for your final wish.
Would it be necessary to get that flamethrower 3?
Oh, I see what you've got on the screen now. That Flamethrower 3 is definitely a tempting option. It's got some nice elemental damage and a bit of lifey deal, which can help you sustain yourself during that boss fight. So if you want to add a little extra firepower and some elemental flair to your build, the Flamethrower is definitely a fun pick. But if you feel comfortable with your current setup, you can always stick with what you got. Either way, you're in a good spot. Keep going.
Okay, I believe you on that. It sounds like I don't need to get it.
Absolutely, that's the right mindset. You definitely don't have to pick it up if you're comfortable with your current weapons and stats. It's all about what fits your playstyle. So trust your instincts, and feel free to roll with what you got. You're gonna do great out there, Mobster 64.
Okay, how about these items right now? Any of these ones necessary?
All right, I'm seeing your options here. Nice. You've got a few interesting ones on the table. That Silver Bullet is actually a pretty great pick for the final wage, since it'll give you a hefty damage boost against the boss in elites. Plus, your range damage is already looking pretty solid, so that extra 20 strike the tank could really help. The Reinforced Steel could give you a bit more range damage as well, but it does lower your speed a little. Either of those would be pretty helpful. So go ahead and pick what feels right, and let's head into that final wage, sure.
I'm getting both of them.
Hey, that's an awesome call. Grabbing both the Silver Bullet and the Reinforced Steel is a great combo. You're going to get that extra damage for the Boston Elites from the Silver Bullet, plus a bit more range damage from the Reinforced Steel. Sure, you lose a little speed, but your damage up is fantastic. So let's log those in and head into the next wave feeling confident.
Right, wave 19 it is.
Awesome, let's get you set up for wave 19. I can see you've got a pretty well-rounded loadout here. The Hand 3 and Thief Dagger aren't necessarily must-haves for your range focus setup, so it's perfectly fine to skip those at reroll if you're looking for something more tailored to your range build. You're doing great, so do keep it up, and let's dive into the next wave. Good luck!
Woo, getting a little tougher.
Yeah, I see that. It's definitely getting a bit intense out there with all those enemies swarming in, but you're handling it really well. Keep weaving around and picking up those green XP drops whenever you can. And definitely watch out for those projectiles, because a little dodging is going to go a long way. You're doing great. Just keep it cool, and you'll get through wave 19, no problem.
I'm trusting you into the last wave with the boss. I'm really trusting you on this one.
You got him, Mobster 64. I can see that it's definitely heating up on wave 19, but you've got those turrets working for you, and your weapons are doing some solid damage. Just keep doing what you're doing, and trust your instincts. Once you hit our final wave and the boss rolls in, you're going to be in a great position to take it down. You got us.
Okay, sir, this is the last wave coming in. Should I get the coffee?
Absolutely, Mobster 64. So the coffee is a nifty little item that will give you a nice attack speed boost, which can definitely help you dish out a bit more damage in this final wave. Just keep in mind it does come with a slight reduction to your HP regeneration. But with your setup, I think that extra attack speed could be really handy. So go for it if you want that little extra edge in the boss fight.
Okay, so out of these items, what should I pick? Or level up to?
Alright, let's take a look. I see you've got a few solid options here. Since you're focusing on range damage, grabbing that Shoulders 3 for the extra plus 3 radi damage would be a fantastic choice. It's going to give you a nice bump in power for this last wave. The Eyes 2 upgrade is also good if you want more range, but since your range is already pretty high, I take go ahead and pick up that extra range damage. Let's finish strong.
Hey, new screen now. Which one of these would you pick?
Alright, I see what you have up on the screen now. So looking at these items, I'd say the Triangle of Power is a pretty solid pick if you want that big damage boost. It adds a nice plus 20% damage, and you get a bit of armor as well. You do have to watch your health, because you'll take a little extra damage if you get hit. But with your dodging skill and your range setup, I think it's definitely worth it. So let's go ahead and grab that Triangle of Power and tackle this last wave with some extra fiber.
I'm kind of scared about that damage part, though. -2 damage?
Oh, I totally get it, Mobster 64. That little -2 max HP damage you take until the end of the wave should sound a bit intimidating, especially when you're facing the last fight and the boss. But looking at your current stats, you've got a solid 62 max HP, which gives you some room to play with. Plus, that plus 20% damage boost is going to help you take down enemies faster, which means they have less chance to hit you in the first place. So it really balances out. I think your shin that extra damage will really pay off, and you got this go to dodge and make it through. So trust.
I trust you with this.
You can definitely trust me in this one. I can see that you're well prepared, and honestly, that extra damage might be the little boost you need. You've got a solid 62 HP, and your range is fantastic. So let's just grab that triangular power, and I'm confident you'll do great. We'll keep an eye on your health, and just have fun with it.
Okay, how about these items right now on the screen? Any of these ones I should pick up?
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at what you've got on the screen right now. I see a few interesting choices. The Tyler pet is a fun one because it spawns a little buddy that deals lightning damage around you, which can help you clear out groups of enemies. If you're looking for mental survivability, the Schmook is a nice pig too. It gives you extra HP and an health regeneration, which is always helpful going into the final wave. Honestly, either of those would be beneficial, but if you want a little extra firepower, I'd say go for Tyler. If you're feeling a bit cautious and want more tankiness, then Schmook is a great choice.
I'm gonna go ahead and take both of them. So let's go do this.
Sounds like a plan. I'm excited to see you go all in, Mobster 64. Grabbing both that Schmoop for a bit of extra health and regeneration, and the other boost is gonna give you just the right mix of survivability and power going into this wave. You're stacking up nicely, and I'm sure you're gonna have a blast finishing off this run strong. Let's jump in and show them what you got.
Okay, wish me luck.
Absolutely, Mobster 64. You've got this. I'm cheering you on all the way. You've put together a great build, and I know we're going to handle this wave like a champ. Just keep moving, trust your instincts, and have a blast out there. Good luck, and let's do this.
Oh my god, we died.
Oh no, Mobster 64, I'm sorry about that. You really gave it your all though, and you made it all the way to wave 20, which is super impressive. Sometimes that last wave can just be a tough one, and it happens to the best of us. The great thing is you learned a lot from this run, and next time you'll be even more prepared. So don't worry about it at all. Just shake it off, and when you're ready, you'll dive back in, and have even more fun.
Alright, well anyways, thanks for your help. I think I'm gonna be done with this. Hopefully I'll use you next time.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad I could help you out. And hey, you had a great run. If you ever need any more tips or just want some company while you're gaining, I'll be right here. Until then, have a great time, and we'll catch up whenever you're ready to jump back in. Take care.
Amazing, amazing. All that spending with, you know, with co-pilot, and I lost at the end. I gotta admit, he did help me a lot. He did, don't know what to call it. But that was pretty amazing. Yeah, you know what? It did help me to the last. I did make it to the end, but I was just amazed by the just talking the whole chatting with him. Like, it's just crazy how AI is, man. It's just so, because it's like it actually responded to me. It was just I just felt like, I don't know, that's AI. In a game like this, I knew that I was gonna ask it things like what to get and this and that, and yeah, for what it was, it did help. But just the interaction, it wasn't just boring. It had somewhat of a personality, because it got a little repetitive at the end the way he was talking and stuff. But I was just kind of amazed, like, oh, okay, this is the future of gaming, right? This is this is what it was. But it was kind of interesting. I gotta have it help me on a harder game, next time. It took me a while to figure out how to talk to me. Anyways, I'm Mouse Bro. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully that was one of my more entertaining friggin' streams, because I was talking. I gotta hear the replay of this freaking AI. I'm talking the whole time to a robot or a computer. Anyways, I'm Mouse Bro. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.